Hi, welcome to Trap Souls. I'm Ryan. I'm here with Mark, Bird,
Hey.
and Craig will be joining us here in a little bit. He's sitting over there contemplating life. We're here in Pennsylvania. We're here in Pennsylvania by Cooperstown. Marguerite's family cabin, built way back then. Let's see, the 1790 cabin wasn't built then, but they've owned the property since then, so many generations. Never been investigated, and we just want to come out here, be in an old place to see what we got. Interesting night. Got a little more than we expected to get, which was nothing. And I'll let Mark tell you a quick history because he's already talked about it a few times, so make it quick.
So a little bit's more than none, is what you were saying.
Clock's ticking, so.
All right, so like Ryan said, our family's owned this property since 1790, and then the cabin was built in 1830. There was a fire in the 1900s, early 1900s, that the original farmhouse was destroyed. My great-grandmother, Garnet, ended up trying to rebuild. She built this cinder block foundation, and then she started the roof, which was going to be a flat roof. She passed away when she was doing so, and then my dad and his brothers, sisters, and grandmother, or his mother, Carol, started rebuilding, and that's what the cabin is today, just full of history, but a simple cinder block cabin with an A-frame roof. Was that quick enough?
That was quick enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, it was built in 1790s. You talked about the family history. And the one thing that with this cabin is it's based on family.
Absolutely. Family. So we'll get to the EMF detector REM pod in a little bit. We got here. It's cold out. Real cold. Real cold. A little bit?
A little bit cold. And we did Madison last month, and I want to do the cold, so I have a feeling that's what helps the spirits. Talk to us a little more. They're a little more active.
Yeah, so...
The dead are cold?
The dead are cold.
The dead are cold.
But they're always cold, so we warmed them up tonight with the wood burner.
There we go.
Yeah. So a big thing Ryan said, so the family history, I gave you guys the backstory on that. The family portion, so my great-grandmother, Garnet, was really upset. She had over 120 acres. 50% of that, so about 50 acres of it, was divvied up between other family members that weren't directly immediate. They were able to sell off their property. She tried to get pieces back, and they wouldn't sell it back to the family. So the last 50 acres that we currently own, she put a stipe in the will that the only way to sell the property would be if all the family members agreed and signed off on it. So the last 25 acres that we own now will never go anywhere but stay within my direct family line. And then the other 25 are relatives that are pretty close or live in another state that use it for vacationing purposes. But there's been stories, written stories of Civil War members of the family that have come back during that time, where this was kind of a centralized location that my great-grandmother stated that no matter what side of the war you were on, this was somewhere you could go back and start your life back over. So a lot of rich history, Revolutionary War, Civil War to current times. So definitely a big family hub. And to this day, what my current family really built this on.
Yeah, it's all about family. So,
yeah.
Bird, we'll get into you a little bit here.
Oh, you say family one more time, it's going to be a Fast and Furious.
So, we had the digital recorder going for a while. We'll have to go over that evidence when I get home. But we had a lot of direct evidence here, and it was interesting. Pretty much right from when we got here.
Yeah.
It started going off. I think this table that we are setting up here, you can't see on the camera, is something's on this table. Attached to this table, it was Mark's grandma's table. And it was a lot of REM pod activity, a lot of EMF activity.
Yeah.
It was so heavy that as soon as you set the REM pod on the table, it was going off to where you didn't understand why it would be doing it, so you changed the batteries because you
Yeah.
thought the batteries were messed up, and it continued to do it.
We had to keep resetting it.
Yeah,
And we were asking it to move back, and it stopped.
yeah,
So it was kind of neat. I mean, it's good little evidence that we got. We have some video of it. We'll post that up when we get a chance, maybe in this podcast if I learn how to do that. Bird, what do you think about this place?
I think there's definitely something here. I don't think it's malicious. Definitely could be part of the Reed family. I joked that it was not an intelligent haunt because it was Reed's, but it's very interesting.
Yeah.
When you were doing the Estes, it felt like something was sitting down next to me, and the EMF was picking up on it, and then he walked over there, and it felt like something had got up off the couch and was following him. And then the EMF stopped next to me.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of activity with the EMF and a REM pod. We can't, not say that
right.
because it was all night. It was going. I mean, it's still going off a little bit here and there. And it likes Bird.
yeah, my name was mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, that was interesting because it was 3 different times.
3 different times. One
Yeah.
a little angrier than the other, but yeah, 3 different times. And when Mark was doing the Estes, I had the EMF in between us. I told him to come sit next to Bird. It'd go off
Yeah,
like multiple times. REM pod
You,
again.
you like doing that to me.
Yeah, REM pod again. It's starting to be a lot more active. It really hasn't been with all my investigations. Madison started going off a little more. Our last podcast.
yeah,
at
in
my-
your house,
In my house, which is awesome. I need a certified haunted plaque now.
certified.
Certified. Not bird certified.
How about Serified?
No, that'd just
No.
be scary.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Tell
But-
tell it a little bit about your Estes method when you were doing it because you were throwing out some heavy words.
Yeah, so I mean, I really don't do the S's that much. My daughter, I always trust her doing it. Obviously, she's not here. It's a little guy's trip, so she wanted to come. I told her no, because she's not a guy. Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma. So,
It's okay. Grandma's allowed.
One of the guys, Graham.
But yeah, I was doing the Estes method, and anybody that's ever done Estes method know there's a lot of other words in there from the radio channels. But there's some deep words coming through that obviously were not. Some I could not make out. Some I could. I can't explain it. It wasn't a growl. It was like maybe a woman growl. It was just weird. Like, I don't know what it was, but that's why I shook a little bit over there because it was through 4 or 5 channels.
Yeah, you said, "What the hell is that?" But
Yeah.
more vulgar, and we didn't know if that was the words or something happened to you.
Yeah, no, it was just weird. I mean, but there's a lot of. I'll have to go over tapes. I don't remember everything I said there. Obviously, I'm just throwing words out. You guys are asking questions. I don't hear you. If stuff matched up.
Yeah, some stuff. Yeah, you said foundation was pretty strong. You said you had a weird feeling with foundation.
Yeah.
That it came off very aggressive. You said love, family, which kind of went well with what we were talking about. And then there was another heavy one. Fire.
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 I know foundation.
Wait.
The way they said it was, it pierced my eardrums. Not a high pitch, but just and that was the first time in this cabin I got that feeling something's on me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
We never, I always talk about your body's your best tool. You walk in a place, you get those, PBGBs or whatever. We never got that here until I did that. Then when that foundation came over and that growl, that's when I'm oh, yeah, there's something here. So, I mean, it was a cool experience.
Now, what you said when you got up, and it's on the video camera too, but you said that you felt like something was standing next to you and something maybe pushed your shoulder.
Was that the second time, right? Or was that the first time?
First time, right?
First time.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
time.
First time. So, yeah, I think, because you guys ended up turning the light off.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Yep.
So I didn't know that. I obviously have a blindfold on, but it felt like something like, and I can picture it like my eyes were closed even though I have a blindfold on, but you know, I looked right with my eyes closed. It felt like there was something standing next to me. Then a few minutes after that, it felt like someone pushed my shoulder back. I was leaning against the back of the couch. I leaned back, and it felt like someone actually pushed my shoulder in. I mean, whatever. Maybe they're trying to get my attention or saying, "Hey, I'm here." And they kind of yelled at me because I wasn't talking enough.
They did. They called you Red.
Yeah. What do you say, Red? Talk more. Or
Talk.
Yeah.
Start talking, Red.
Yeah, start talking, Red. So obviously something's here, and I couldn't make out all the words, so I just wasn't saying them.
Yeah.
And I guess they got upset about that. Like, they're trying to communicate.
Yeah. But you don't want to give off the wrong information or say the
No.
wrong thing.
If I'm not sure of the word, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much... I mean, it was just incredible the amount of
We can get Craig to
electronics
jump
you had in here, but we'll get Craig in.
All right.
Kick Bird out.
But I mean, obviously I've grown up down here.
Yeah.
I haven't felt anything heavy and scary here ever. I mean, it could be uncomfortable if you're by yourself, but you're in a cabin in the middle of the hills, in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
So you're going to get uneasy, but I never felt, even just doing this, I mean, you're bringing on, hey, come see me, to the spirits, but I didn't feel anything uncomfortable even when you were doing Estes. And when we were at Ross or at Madison, you almost feel uncomfortable doing Estes, but here I didn't feel it at all.
And I think that's part of the family thing.
Yeah.
Their family's here. This is where they, you know, came to visit or grew up.
Right.
And they're just having good times. These are good
Yeah.
memories here. And for you to come here and do this, trying to communicate with them, I think they enjoy it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get that eerie feeling. You're going to get that more loving feeling.
Right.
And that's what we got tonight. I mean, even us not as part of a family, we felt welcome right
Yeah.
from the get-go. So
You guys are my family.
Oh, absolutely.
that. Stare at the camera. All right. So, Craig, what was your thoughts of this place?
Hey, along the lines of what you said, it very friendly, no spooky feeling whatsoever. We got some answers. Good time.
Can we say this is a certified haunted place?
Yes.
Certified.
Certified.
Oh, we're getting a sign. Certified. You'll get your sign first.
If I want a plaque.
Your plaque.
I mean, my house, who knows? It might be getting something in there. I think Sammy brought it in.
You asked a lot of good questions, Craig. I mean, you said over there.
He did?
He did. They agreed. A lot of it. So I had a couple different grandfathers over the years that spent time down here. There was the Dempseys and then Carl Graves. And Carl Graves, when we mentioned his name, it was the strongest readings we were receiving all night, and it was during the early game. And I don't know if we got a lot of video on that or not, but it was very intense.
Yeah, I think I had that running. But yeah, Graves was Run Pod. All three of our EF.
Yeah, all of them were going off.
So I got my EMF detector, but it's always good to have multiple. And they were all going off different times. There was times where the REM pod over here, we say back off, then my EMF is, a foot away, then that would go off.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they'd move that way. I still think this table has something.
Yeah. You think there's something attached to the table?
Yes.
Yes, the REM pod agrees.
So the REM pod's going off, Grandma. Now this is your table. It's a beautiful table.
That was cool.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, residual. Obviously not residual because she's agreeing with us that it's a nice table and it's her table. But yeah, something's attached to the table. I mean, any spirits attached to anything that they loved. Maybe she loved this table. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just been here since I was a little kid. So it came from one of her houses when she lived in Ohio. But Craig, what I was saying was you were asking a lot of good questions over there. I mean, you were very consistent, and your follow-up questions to what we were hitting on were really good.
Thank you.
You're pretty experienced in this. You've been doing it a long time.
It's what our glorious leader has taught us.
Glorious.
Glorious. Red. Come on, Red.
Cut it out.
But I agree that there's definitely something in the table. the way everything was lighting up from the word go.
Yeah.
It's settled down now. Maybe it's gotten used to us. Maybe it's gotten its message out. But
Right.
yeah, there's the table has something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. I mean,
Yeah. I'd really like, if you guys are interested, maybe in the spring we can do another one when it's warmer. See if we can get some activity outside, some more upstairs, because we spent a lot of time down here because of the temperature. And they agree. You want to spend time upstairs?
not you.
Nope, not me. Bird, you want Bird to go upstairs?
Sleep in the big bed.
The big wooden bed was Grandpa Graves, so Bird wants to go lay up in that bed.
I think like maybe a 2-night investigation here.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Just, hang out and go out back and
Yeah.
do some investigation by the ley lines.
And the ley lines, and maybe with it being a family type scenario, you guys bring some family out with you. We spend a couple days out here, make it like a camp out picnic type scenario.
Let's just know when he said family, that thing went off all
Yeah.
over red. So, I mean, again, there's something here. It's great. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great to. I'll bring some steaks down
Yeah.
for me and you and Craig.
Bird, you like hot dogs? Hot dogs, Bird?
Slim Jims. But yeah, they agree. You're eating Slim Jims, dude. So, yeah. No, I mean it'll be great to come down here for a couple nights. I mean we'll have to bring Erin because Craig almost couldn't come because she wasn't invited on guys' night.
Aaron almost cut you by the powers of the moon water for this.
Moon water and the ley line.
Oh shit!
You'd be done. Now I'm interested. Like I'm gonna do a little history of this area. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know where we're going about Native Americans too.
Okay.
I mean, Pennsylvania, Appalachian around here,
Yeah.
mountains, they got to be some Native American stuff around here. So I mean, it'd be kind of cool to dig into that a little bit, see the history of the area.
The George Washington Trail rolls right through here, so I'm sure there's some heavy revolutionary stories back here.
And we might set up a little camera outside, see if we get some residual stuff, maybe Civil War, a little soldier walking up the field. So again, we're in Pennsylvania. To get down to this cabin, we had to drive down this hill.
We might not get out.
And there's a possibility that we might not get out.
We might be trapped souls.
So
No.
in a few months, if you don't hear from us, just watch this recording.
Some Blair Witch stuff.
This is our last words. We thank everybody.
And family.
Ooh.
They have faith in us. You have faith in us? Yeah, see?
I love it.
So it's cool that Mark comes here, his bloodline, his family here, and we're getting so much good hits just when we talk about family, talk about grandma, grandpa. I mean, it has to be special for you.
Yeah, it's really exciting because, especially with my aunts were really, really close to my grandma Carol. And when they lost her, it was really hard. So I really thought it would be really interesting to come down, see if we can try to get some vocals from her, maybe hit on her name, which we didn't get anybody. Garnet didn't pop up. Carol didn't pop up on any of the activity. But who knows? The recordings might have some vocals in it. But just the fact that maybe something from this investigation can put them at ease, which they've always had that feeling here. But you never know. I mean, once you lose a family member that's so dominant with the stronghold, it really breaks the family up a little bit.
I think from everything we got here tonight, you can tell your aunts that
They're here.
Yeah, they didn't lose them. They're still here.
Yeah.
They're still watching over, and
Yeah.
if you want to come talk to them, just
Come have
down.
coffee at the Carol table.
Yeah.
Because she's going to have coffee with you right here.
Or whiskey.
What's that?
Or whiskey.
Or whiskey.
We don't-
Grandma did like Bailey's in her coffee, though.
Oh.
She would pour Bailey's in her coffee.
Bailey's
That was her
Irish.
little treat.
So, again, Pennsylvania, great place. Never investigated before. Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time doing an investigation. without no one else going in, and didn't disappoint at all.
Good.
Nope.
Good. And the REM pod wasn't disappointed at all. And I didn't think we were going to get anything here. So this is really fun.
And that just goes off. Alright, so thank you.
Family.
Family. I think family's done.
All right, bye, family.
So bye. So we're going to try and make it up this hill in a little bit. Yeah, if you don't see us, we appreciate if you're watching TikTok. Not TikTok.
TikTok's gone.
So, yeah, TikTok's gone.
We're going to bring TikTok back. Elon, help us out.
So, Trap.
We're a big name in the...
Thank you for listening to Trap Souls, this on-scene podcast from Reed's Cabin in Pennsylvania, and we're out.
Thank y'all. Don't forget the
Thank
merch.
you.